already. Appreciate you guys being here. Going with another live. This one is going to be Chosen Ones. Be unbothered, guys. Be unbothered by all the antics and shenanigans of those said people. Hope all y'all day is going well. If you want to donate to the channel, guys, the Cash App information is below. You can also super chat too. Let me make sure I put that in there, guys. Dollar sign Anthony Young, 1978. And super chat is right down there, guys. You can do that as well. But this one is going to be about chosen ones. Be unbothered by the shenanigans and the antics of people out there who have nothing more to do than to try to get on your nerves, annoy you, and irritate you. I'm just waiting for a few more people to get in the room, and we're going to get it going. Because it's very crucial, guys, especially when you find your peace in a situation. When you find your peace in a situation or in your life, people want nothing more than to disturb that peace. You'd be surprised. Like, us chosen ones, we basically trying to be the best version of ourselves we can be. Be better than we were the day before. And keep moving onward and upward, accomplishing new things, gaining goals and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So we assume that everybody else is like that, but everybody else is not like that. They really are not. But be unbothered because there's nothing they want more than to get your goat, to take you off your square, to destroy your peace and happiness. That is the source of entertainment for these people. That's what it is. Because they know you got a world of possibilities and they ain't doing nothing. They ain't did nothing last week, they ain't do nothing last year, and they ain't doing nothing tomorrow either. But worrying about you and what you got going on. Now tell me if that's not a sad existence, guys. All right, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and start getting into this video, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get into this video. I appreciate you guys being here, guys. I appreciate it very, very much. Okay, guys, chosen ones, be unbothered. You would be surprised how many people literally go out of their way just to cause chaos, destruction, confusion. They want to get you aggravated. But if they focus that attention on themselves and what they had to do, or focusing it on their kids, grandkids, things that would better their life, they wouldn't have time to worry about you. What's up, Butterfly? Rock Brigade, what's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you being here too. Okay, guys, let's go at it. You got to be indifferent. See, because a lot of times when I was coming up, and I was always wondering, like, you know what I'm saying, like all of the foolishness and stuff like that. It seemed like everybody else's problem was my problem too. That's the wrong mindset to have. Because see, the thing of it is that we care deeply for people, way more than we should. Because you're under the assumption that you care about what somebody going through, they're gonna care about you. But as time goes on and the older you get, you realize that when you at your lowest point, some of these people don't show up. But when they see it, they heard you won some money on a lottery ticket, or you got this or you got that, and all of a sudden they show up and pop up, and now you're the most important person in the world. And as time goes on and the older you get, you start noticing when people walk into your life and when they walk back out. And they always seem to walk back in when it's convenient for them to be around you. Then they back out again. That's a moral flaw. That's a moral flaw. Everybody, you can't grow a conscience. You cannot grow a conscience. You either have it or you don't. The conscience is seared, which means that being around these kind of people is never going to serve you. It's never going to give you anything but heartache and strife. So you got to be indifferent. Like, I would say I've been in no contact for about 3 years, and that's been phone calls and stuff. Because before I completely went no contact on social media, phone numbers, everything like that, I had already been away from these kind of people. But they would periodically have access to me, but they never showed up until the grass started looking real green on this side. And then once they came back with that same BS, you ain't talked to somebody in years, right? They see your post online. They see what you posting online. All of a sudden, the first thing out of their mouth is something negative. Well, oh, well, this, that, and the other, and oh, cry me a river, it's a pity party, and you like, then you start to realize if they on that program now when they just contacting you, if you invite these people in, it's just gonna be more the same. It's gonna be more the same. Life is too short for that, and a lot of people are dying out here in these streets trying to save people who won't save them. You can't be Captain Save a Hope for everybody. Some people know what they're doing, but they always counting on the hearts of good people to come in and save them from themselves, just for them to turn around and do it again. And you wasting the years of your life trying to save somebody from something they already freaking know. You know what I'm saying? But being different, so like now they don't have access. They don't have access. But even if they did have access, because luckily I'm in a situation where they don't know where I live at. I'm gonna keep it that way. They don't have my phone number because that's been changed. See, those are the necessary boundaries that one must do in order to get away from these kind of people. But being indifferent, like say some people who are out there, some of you guys, they know where you live at. And then they want to come in and rain on your parade or try to burden you with their problems. You know what I'm saying? So they by you sitting there not giving them the emotional concern that they expected from you. They're like, wait a minute, you don't care? They looking and reading you to see if have they even hooked your heart at all to care about what they're going through. Luckily with me, it came with age. You know, when you're in your 40s, you just stop. You smack dab in the middle of I don't care no more. I'm done. I'm done. So you mean to tell me for the last 20 to 30 years, you've been on this same pity party, you've been on the same kick, and you ain't getting nowhere? All you're doing is slowing me down. So if so you chosen ones as a chosen one, if you are in the place where these people can still periodically stop into your life and you don't give them any emotional supply, it means you could care less what they got going on. And they gonna cry you a river. 8 months no contact, Rock Brigade, good. I'm like at 3 years now, but I hadn't seen them years before that. But 3 years once that last time they came in and they immediately wanted to try to make me feel bad because they're in the situation that they're in. Um, I said, you know what? I just had the biggest success of my life, and all you coming in with is garbage and BS. Nah, you're done. You're done. You're done. Now you can cry to anybody else who will listen, but you ain't getting nothing here. You're done. You're done. And see, when you're 40s, that's the cool thing about being in your 40s. You smack dab in the middle of I don't give a fuck. But people reach this point differently in life, depending on what you had to go through growing up. But being indifferent is your strongest tool because they may not be asking you for a place to live or a car or finances and stuff like that, but they are feeding off of your energy. They're feeding off the attention you give them. And they can get that at any time is when they call you or show up. But if that wall is down and they can't get none of that, now mentally they're scrambling. Okay, what the hell has changed now that this person ain't giving me nothing? And they need that. Like a drug addict needs a fix. They need that. Because that's how they feel, that's how they give themselves self-worth. Because they know they ain't garbage. You know they ain't shit. You know what I mean? They know they're nothing. But if they can get somebody else to care about them, then that makes them have a little more self-esteem. Yee, what's up? Welcome to Intuitive Junior. What's going on? Appreciate it, Yee. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Hey, Mel, what's going on? Yeah, but now that even if you ain't giving them no money, you ain't going out of your way to give them a place to stay or babysitting their kids, or whatever the situation is, they still feed off the fact that they could come to you with their problems and you are going to make them feel like they matter. Because each inside their heart, they know they don't. They know they don't. They know they have no attributes that anybody is going to line up for. Nobody's going to go out of their way for that. But because you did in the past, they're assuming it's gonna always be there. That's why they turn around and act the fool and treat you the way they do. Yeah, they've already stolen from you. They've stolen years off your life. They've stolen time. And time is the one thing you can't get back. You can get back property. You can get back a house. You can get back a car. You can get back clothes. All of that. You can get back money. But you can't get your years back. And see, that's what annoyed me the most because the covert I was with, it was a pity party all the time. And I was like, you mean to tell me if I'd have known that you were mentally and emotionally cracked beyond repair, I would have threw you in the dumps in the trash can. I would have threw you in the trash compactor and been done with it. I could have been way further on. But you should never be mad at yourself for caring about somebody because that's a noble attribute. There's a lot of people out here who don't care. And in turn, these are the kind of people who do not care, but they want you to care. So when you say, you know what, I don't care, that sounds like a you problem. Now they can't get nothing. They're not getting physical objects or material objects. Now they can't even get your mental state, your emotional care, which in turn validates what they already feel about themselves, that they are nothing. And see, that right there is like a painful kick in the teeth to these people. And that's only right. They deserve what they get because they have been working triple overtime and taking from you without ever giving anything in return. Turnabout is fair play, right? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. See, those are those kind of sayings and stuff that really take on a whole new meaning when you start to realize, you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough. And then those songs and those movies and those lines and those sayings and proverbs start to take on a whole new meaning because you can't save everybody. Everybody can't be saved. I mean, because you can do what you want and give up your time and your resources to help somebody, but if they ain't gonna help themselves, they're gonna always be at your door begging, crying, and pleading. That's the thing, being unbothered. This is what really chews at them. That's why they incorporate other people to try to come at you in various different ways because you do not care. And the fact that you are not annoyed, because see what they're gonna do is they're gonna continuously send people. Especially if you said, oh, you know what, I'm done with you, I'm blocked, you blocked, done. What they're gonna do is because they can't get to you, they're gonna send somebody else in to try to get in there, get into your life, so that they can by proxy dry big and cry and complain. And then that person talking to you is gonna transport that information back to the same freaking person. The same person you don't went no contact with. This is how messed up it is. But if they took that time and spent it on themselves, they'd be way further in life. They feel a sense of self-esteem because they know that they out there doing something that matters. That does something that matters. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of it is that these people, they're hopeless. Like a penny with a hole in it. They're hopeless. And all you're doing is wasting your time, your energy, and now you got to sit there and listen to this person cry and whine and cry. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, life is too short for that. We could all be gone today, tomorrow, and now your years are wasted away by somebody who's just so pathetic that they want to spread that misery around. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you and that person came from the same upbringing. What do they say? Pick yourself up by your bootstraps. I used to think, I'm honestly going to admit, I used to think that was just something that people said because they didn't want to deal with the fact of the injustices that are going on. They said that as a blanket statement, like, oh, blah. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lack of empathy. They don't care about nobody else, so why the hell would you care about them? What goes around comes around. But there is something to that. There's some truth to that. There is some truth to that. Because a situation may be bad, but that situation ain't gonna last forever. You may be disappointed, but you pick yourself up and you continue on. That's what you do. There's no sense in wallowing in self pity. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. That ain't gonna get the bills paid. That ain't gonna get the rent paid. That ain't gonna get your lights paid, right? It's okay to feel what you feel, but don't dwell in it. And the fact that you are not annoyed, and once you've been in no contact for so long, you might even start to laugh about it. Like, especially if you've been telling this person over over a long period of time that look, you got to do what you got to do now. Pick yourself up. and they not listening, and you haven't gotten to that point where you cut them off, like, you know what, I ain't got time for this. Because every time they call, every time you see that number ring on your phone, you can be like, oh, here we go, here we go. Here we go with this nonsense. The fact that you're not annoyed is annoying them, because they want to hook their claws into your heart. That's the most important thing. And if they can't get that, now they scrambling. And if they can't get to you, they're gonna try to use somebody else by proxy to get to you, to make you care. Don't be provoked, because they will do this kind of stuff to basically annoy you. Get you so aggravated that you flip out and spaz out. Now you're giving them emotional supply. That's what they want. You're giving them emotional supply. Because you so irritated with this nonsense. They won't go away. They don't see that, okay, this person right here don't want to deal with me. No, one way or the other, they're gonna get that emotion out of you. Whether it's aggravation, joy, love, and happiness. And if they get happiness from you, they're gonna do their damnedest to cut it out. They're gonna do their damnedest to kill it for you. Because this is the thing. Have you ever had this point where you accomplished something? You wrote a book, you got a tremendous offer or something like that, and you tell this person, well, I wouldn't do this because this, and I heard that, and they always throwing salt in the game. Always throwing salt in the game. And then you get to the point where why you can never be happy? Why is there always a problem? You looking for a problem before there is one. That's a defeatist mindset. That means they already lost. They lost in the game of life. They lost in interactions. But what they want to do is take the wind out of yourselves. They want to take that joy from you, which is toxic 101. Toxic 101. Because I can't have you feeling too good about yourself. Because if you feel too good about yourself, you're going to realize that I don't have to put up with this crap from you. Then that's going to inspire a change. And that's the one thing they cannot have is change. They're still in the same situation they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. They ain't getting no better. And they want to keep you from getting better. That's how sick this is. It's insidious if you think about it. Because if they can't get, they're not worried about the physical. Because if they could kill you up here, whatever's up here will eventually work itself out in the things you do, the way you behave, and it will kill any future optimism and anything you may possibly be getting ready to get in the future. Because they killed you up here psychologically. It's psychological murder. And you don't want to live your life in misery. You really don't want to live your life in misery. But next time you're around somebody and you questioning them, tell them some good news about yourself. See how they respond. If they're genuinely happy for you, then you know what, you got a good person now. But if they find a way to throw salt in the game, they ain't on your team. They not on your team. And over time, luckily, I'm at that age now where I've seen these cycles over and over again for a while. So I know a real one from a fake one. I know a real one from a fake one. And once you get to that point, you start seeing how people move and the things they say and how they always, every time you talk to this person, every time you stop talking to them, you got a headache. Now you want to go lay down. You don't feel good. You're like, you know what? And you'll know it from that gut instinct, that gut reaction in your belly. When that person calls and you see that name pop up on your phone or that phone number pop up on your phone, you're like, oh God, here we go. That's your answer right there. That's your answer. That's your answer. And luckily I'm at an age right now where the people that are in the same age group as me, if you ain't got it by now, you ain't gonna get it. I'm sorry, that dog won't hunt. I'm sorry, that dog won't hunt. You need to take old yellow behind the barn and put him down. That ain't gonna work. And instead of you ruining your motivation for accomplishing future goals, go ahead and cut out that dead leg. Cut off that dead leg. It just ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And see, these are those tough decisions that the dark night of the soul, the shadow work, are gonna bring to the surface. It's a painful process. Now, don't get me wrong, it's painful. Because you're gonna be like, because once you start putting everything together and start seeing how things lay out, you're gonna be like, you know what? The whole time this has been going on behind my back and in front of me. What the hell? And then you're going to get mad at yourself because you allowed it to go on for so long. But do not stay in that feeling. Process what you went through. And then in that frustration with yourself, you are going to make a promise to yourself that you will never go through that again. That's where you need to be at. Then these people and their tactics and their games and all of that are going to become to the point where you already know where they're going. You already know where they're going because if history has taught you anything, you know how they move. And that's what's going to eat them up because now the schemes and the tactics ain't working no more. It ain't working no more. It's falling on deaf ears because they have already decided in their heart that they're going to be a victim. Everything happened to me because everybody goes through bad stuff. But you do not let that shape your entire life because of one situation that you had no control in. That's stupid. So now your future's fucked up, your present is fucked up because of something messed up that happened in the past. What sense does that make? Now that's a whole lifetime of garbage because of one incident that you had no control over. The only thing you do got control over is how you let it shape your future. Now, we can't stop bad things from happening to us. None of us can. You know what I'm saying? But we can choose how we deal with it. Okay, that was a setback. Cool beans. You know, I may have wanted it to turn out another way, but it didn't. But I've been damned if I'm going to let it screw up my tomorrow. You got to roll with the punches and keep moving forward. Because that's why these people are stuck. They can't get over the hurt of the past and they letting it destroy everything in the future. The present and the future. They want to take your confidence. Because when you tell them something good that happens to you, they always find a way to bring doubt into the picture. To bring some sort of negativity into the picture. To make you feel like this success that you feel proud about is not really a success. Or that success is going to be taken from you tomorrow. But at least you accomplished it today. That's more than they're going to do. They ain't going to do nothing. Tomorrow's going to be just as raggedy as today was. But see, the thing of it is that with a positive mindset, you can see your future going up. People like this don't have a future. The future is going to look the same as today because they have not accepted and processed what happened and mentally decided that they are not going to let that hold them back. So in turn, they just try to spread that onto other people. Misery loves company, right? But they can't sit around you for too long if you happy and they sad because now they getting aggravated with you because how can that person have the joy that I don't have? Then they start doing little snake stuff behind you to try to get you off your square. That's why they're saying do not sit in company with people that you don't rock with. Because if something going good for you, they would do their damnedest to destroy it. Because if I ain't gonna have nothing and I ain't gonna be nothing, you ain't either. They may not say it to your face, but that's the way they moving. They want to take your confidence. They want you to feel like everything is a wash and that there's nothing good gonna happen. They want you in that depressed mind state. Because at least I'm not wallowing in self-pity alone. Now I drag somebody else with me. Misery loves company. Don't give them that. Do not give them that. And you're not playing drama. You ain't playing drama no more. Well, guess what I heard? I heard so-and-so said this and so-and-so said that. If that ain't paying your rent, your light bill, or putting food on your table, why the hell do you care? But see, they always got somebody else's name in their mouth. Always got somebody else's name in their mouth. Somebody else's business in their mouth. If you focus that attention on what you were doing, you would be way further in life. But they love to keep stuff stirred up. Oh, with this person doing that and that person doing that. How is that affecting you? What has their business got to do with you? You know what I'm saying? And see, you can tell a lot about a person by where they focus their attention. Where they focus their attention. If you're around somebody who's talking about the next thing they want to do, the next thing they want to accomplish, being around people like that is going to make you want to accomplish things and get things done. Now you're moving in the right direction. But if you're around somebody who's always crying and it's a pity party, they're so sad, it's like Thelma or Meg. It's always something depressing, something sad. That only breeds more of that. If you're around positive people, that's why rich people don't hang out with poor people. Because you trying to get to the next level. Poor people are comfortable in the situation and they've given up on that. And you know what they do? They see you, the rich one, as a mark. They want everything you got. So all they got to do is keep you close to them. They keep you close to them, they can feed off of you. What's up, F. McKinnon? What's going on? Good to see you. But see, that's the thing. They want to feed off of you. Birds of a feather tend to flock together. So if you're trying to go somewhere, you need to hang around like-minded people. People, you may be doing different things in the world, but y'all all going after that bag in one way or the other. They may be doing it through their music. They may be doing it through their fashion brand. But you all out there trying to get it. But you sitting around somebody who's got this cloud hanging over them. All they doing is bringing down the room. All they do is bringing down the room. Poverty mindset. Yes, Rock Brigade. Poverty mindset. They ain't trying to come up with nothing. And they're going to try to keep you around them as long as they can because they're going to try to keep working on you to take whatever you got. That way they don't have to get their lazy ass off the couch and do it. They can sit there and just keep going at your mind to the point where you like, you know what, I feel so bad for them. Let me just get them a couple of dollars. Now there's the point where, you know what? Oh, I got this from them. All I got to do is apply a little more pressure while sitting on their ass doing nothing. You got to cut that off because they're leeches, parasitic. And they will suck the joy out of any situation. You could have a lot to be thankful for, sitting around being happy and blessed. Don't allow this, because when they first meet you, they're going to come in like y'all on the same page. Like, you know what, we're going to get this, we're going to do this. But every now and then, that truth will come out. You'll hear something that don't quite sound right, but you let it pass because maybe they're having a down moment. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just not feeling it right now. No, but over time, it starts to increase and increase, and then you like, you know what? This person is not who they said they were. No, but they wanted to get close enough to you and get into the intricate spaces of your life so that they can undermine everything you're doing. But when you don't play with drama, they can't come at you with nothing weak. They can't come at you with nothing weak, and they can't distract you from what you're trying to do by occupying your time with business that doesn't concern you. That's real talk right there. You're not entertaining negativity, but we've all been around people like that. They always got something sad to say. I'm like, damn, all the time? Everything out of their mouth is damn depressing. I'm like, then when you hear talking about, well, such and such, you having a party, don't invite so and so. And then when that person shows up, because they have to work to get people to be around that kind of energy. So when that person shows up, all the air leaves the room. Like, what's the theme song for True Blood? When you came in, the air went out. I'm telling you, these songs and movies and sayings will take on a whole new meaning. When you came in, the air went out. They had a character on Saturday Night Live, Debbie the Downer. Everybody's at Disney World enjoying themselves and, talking about what rides they gonna get on. And she just kept uttering out facts that was so depressing. It was like, damn it. But once you really start to see it, you can be like, because, even like comedy and stuff like that has a core of truth to it. You know what I mean? It really does. It has a core of truth to it. And then once you start seeing it, it's going to be, this light bulb is going to go off in your brain like, are you kidding me? I've been around this the entire time? Yeah, you've been around this the entire time. But they sneak in because they pretend to be someone they're not. But they can only keep that mask on their face for so long because eventually underneath that mask is going to get hot. And then when they pull that mask off to wipe that sweat, you're going to see the monster that's really there. That's who they really are. Because if you ever been around somebody, you and that person chilling and kicking it, and y'all like, damn, we got so much in common. Then you and that person go somewhere else, and all of a sudden they clicking with the other person. The other person, now they seem to be so much alike. That's not a real person. They adapt to the environment they're in because they need as many possible people around them because they constantly need propping up. They constantly need propping up. So I'll be this person to that person and this person to that person. But there's no real person in there. So they always need the emotional investment of others to give them validation and make them feel like they're somebody. Because you're not entertaining negativity. Now, there's some bad things that happen, but you don't dwell on that for a long period of time. You pick yourself up and you move on. Some people, everything out their mouth is sad. Everything out their mouth is sad. And you like, it starts leaving a bad taste in your mouth. And see, that dark night of the soul and that shadow work, it's not for the weak. But once you do it, you know what you know. You can't unknow that. You can't unknow that. You know what you know. And the only person you're going to hurt is yourself by tolerating something that you obviously know ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work, and you got to accept that. Make your peace with it and move on. And you're not sad about it. I mean, like, look, you can't save everybody. But see, a lot of people out here have this Captain Save-A-Hole mentality. They have this Captain Save-A-Hole mentality. I mean, you could try to a certain degree, but you gotta let go of sometimes. If you can give them all the positive words you can give them, but if they don't get to the point where they can implement what you telling them, now you just holding up. Now you carrying around a dead body. You carrying around a dead body, and the only thing it's doing is sucking the years of your life away from you. And nobody wants that. What's that song by Erykah Badu, Bag Lady? You gonna hurt your bag carrying around all them bags like that? Just every time when they see you coming, these people take off running from you. It's that kind of mentality. I'm not saying every day is gonna be a happy one. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that if you start to notice over a period of time that this person always seems to bring the room down, maybe you need to leave that person out of the room. That's what I'm saying about that. And then the fact of it is that you're not bothered being alone. You know how many sometimes some people can't even look at themselves in the mirror because they don't like what's looking back at them. Some people always got to be around people for the emotional supply that they're getting, or the drama or the entertainment, just to keep their mind off the fact that they ain't doing what they need to be doing in their life. But the fact that you can sit at home by yourself, watch anything, read a book, and be perfectly content. You know, there's a lot of people in the world that can't do that, that cannot do that. So they gotta constantly have some source of entertainment to distract them from themselves. You don't know who you truly are until you can sit with yourself. Because now you got no external things going on. Now you got to now you got a chance to make the peace with your inner self and see what you do need to change and what you don't need to change. There's a lot of people in this world that can't do that because they don't like who they are. So they occupy themselves with distractions to keep them from actually looking at themselves. But if you actually looked at yourself, you'll see what areas you need improvement in and what will make you better. But a person who ain't trying to get better, it's a waste of space in your life. Now, if they want to go do that somewhere else, fine, so be it. Have a good time at it. But don't let that kind of company be around you. Because you either gonna raise them up or they gonna pull you down. And haven't you been trying to raise this person up for quite some time and it hasn't worked? Every time they show up, they bring the air out of the room. So they working on bringing you down. It's like that guy, the guy that got killed. He was a celebrity hanging around playing dice or cards with somebody, with people that he had more money than. And then all of a sudden, the guy turned around and killed him. If you got something going for yourself and you around people who ain't got nothing going for themselves, you look like the dinner to them. You look like a walking T-bone. Because you are the company you keep. Winners hang out with winners. Losers hang out with losers. And I don't know anybody who goes out in life set to lose. Well, I'm looking forward to losing. That's not a thing. But there's actually some people, a fringe part of people out there that actually, well, I ain't trying to do nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing. So let me see how many I can drag with me. It's sad. It's unfortunate, but it's very, very true. You're not interested in company. There's no better way for you to enjoy your time is just to sit and chill and be with your thoughts. Because you may have that great $1 million idea, but you can't have that $1 million idea, that $1 million thought when you got all these distractions going on. Sometimes you got to, sometimes doesn't don't when they play baseball, everybody runs back to home base. Sometimes you got to take it back to square one. That way you can regroup, re-strategize, and come up with your next big plan, your next idea. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of it is, you're not interested in company. Because when you deal with so many people, you deal with all the bullshit they got going on. And they don't have no problem dragging it into your world because now they got somebody to help them carry that. That was a lot to carry by themselves. So now they got somebody else to help carry that too. Luckily, I'm at an age where I'm getting older. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for foolishness. Your patience gets real short on nonsense. Your patience gets real short on nonsense. That's why I like Judge Judy, because she was like, listen, I'm not, nope, 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 nope. Tell me what I feel. I don't care what you feel. I don't care what you feel. And you will start to get that way. You really will. Like, listen, I ain't got time for this. I'm sorry I didn't bring my tiny violin today. So you're going to have to figure that out for yourself. And you will waste no more of my time. That's how you got to be, guys. And the last topic I want to bring up, guys, you're not entertaining bad energy. You are not entertaining bad energy with these people. Because some people, they just carry this air of negativity. You ever been in a place, you don't know the people in there, but you can feel some sort of bad juju? Like they sitting there looking and talking to you or in the area, but you know that something in this atmosphere ain't right. And maybe this is one of those things for the chosen ones that our intuition level lets us feel things differently than other people. I'm like, something in here just don't feel right. Like everybody in here, there ain't nobody fighting or nothing like that, but the tension in the room you could cut with a knife. That's that thing. What is seen can't be unseen. You're right. It can't be unseen. And the only thing you can do is either accept it and stay in that energy, which means that it's only going to do is hurt you in the long run because you are never going to be able to reach your full potential. Or you can say, you know what, I can't change this situation. The only thing I can do is move on from it. That's what you got to do. You got to move on from it. Because at the end of your life, you want to be able to lay in that bed and say, you know what, I did everything I wanted to do. It may have not all worked, but they can't say I didn't damn try. They can't say I didn't try. I went out there and gave it the best I got. That's what you want. You want a life well lived. Instead of laying on that bed, sitting there talking about, oh, you know what? The only thing I did was pop out a bunch of babies, and they left wandering in the wind just like I was. Didn't accomplish a damn thing, so you've been alive for however many years. The only thing you did was squeeze out a couple of babies, which is a natural biological function. You don't get no award for doing that, but you didn't make it any better. The kids are going to be in the same situation you came into life with. Yeah, real good job, real good job. But see, that's how you got to see things. You know what I mean? If it ain't moving you towards the direction you're going, cut it off. All right, guys, this has been Intuitive Anthony, guys. I wanted to make a video and come back out here, guys. I appreciate you guys being here, guys. If you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App information is down below. You can also do Super Chat. Thank you, T2. Okay, guys, I wanted to tell you, if you like it, I love it. But remember, these narcs out here cold-blooded, guys. Don't forget to share this video with somebody out here that may need it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, guys. I'll be back with more content. I'm going to start trying to do lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I want to start getting that into my normal, along with my regular videos, guys. I want to start doing that more so that we can have a chance to communicate back and forth. I appreciate all you guys, Rock Brigade, everybody on here for commenting and messaging, guys, because I am reading them as I'm going along, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. But until I talk to you again, guys, peace.